My wife's name is Carrie. Well, we first met at a friend's house. Sunday in the country. A friend of mine asked me if I wanted to go. I didn't even listen to country. And he said there'd be girls there, so I was like, okay. So, met her through another friend named Kate. And when I saw her, she came out of the bathroom and she put her hands up in the air. She just got out of the shower and she was like, oh! And when I looked at her, I was like, who is that girl? So we went about our day, and that's the first time I noticed her. Yeah, so the concert was, it was a pretty good concert. I got a little intoxicated and was very obnoxious. Fell asleep on the lawn, but when I was conscious, I kept looking for that girl that I had just met. And I saw her and I ran over to her and I couldn't remember her name. I knew it was with a K. And I just kept flirting with her and talking to her. And she did what girls normally do. Like, told me stop, leave her alone. And, I wouldn't. So, concert was over. We all planned to meet up later. Yeah, so we went back to Kate's house. And we all were going to spend the night talking about the concert. And me and Carrie actually got together. And, we just both laid in bed and talked to each other. We both had unfortunate relationships. We both had our heart broke. We both were saying we didn't want to meet nobody. But inside, we really needed somebody to fix the broken heart. Yeah, so we didn't do anything that night. We just stayed up talking about each other, things we liked, things we didn't like, things we like to do, our family. I'm pretty sure I was in love with her then. I knew that I was in love with her then. So we exchanged numbers and said we'd call each other. And then we left. But before I left was the first time I kissed her. She did let me give her a kiss. And I could feel it in my stomach, my heart. I knew something special about this girl. Yeah, so we exchanged numbers. We both went our separate ways. And, like a guy, I had this idea in my mind of how long I should wait to call her when I wanted to call her as soon as I left. So she called me 3 days later, said her friends were doing something, but she wanted to see if I wanted to hang out. And I almost jumped through the roof with joy. I was so happy. What are the things I like about Carrie? Things I liked about Carrie. So when I first met Carrie, she's beautiful. Beautiful smile. She looked you straight in the eye, introduced herself. She had a strong attitude, strong person. And I loved that about her. Loved her hair, her brown eyes, everything about her. I just loved. I could tell she was a sweet girl. What did I love in the beginning about us? Well, again, like I said, we both needed comfort from each other, and we started getting it. We were spending a lot of time together. We were spending a lot of time together. We were watching movies and having a lot of fun, comforting each other. So back to the things I love about Carrie. So right away I could tell she was a loyal woman, strong woman, beautiful woman. She wasn't going to put up with shit. You know, we both had the same views for our future. We both wanted to get married. We both wanted children. It's all about my heart I lost tonight. And we both came from kind of large families. Grew up the same way. Not tons of money. From Hamilton. It's all about life. So I loved how caring she was. I loved how strong her family was. Because I also have a strong family. I love how she always thought of everyone else, thought of me. I loved that she showed up to work at my job. She was at House of Mall, showed up, told me to come out back. And she had a brand new pair of shoes for me because she heard me talk about I haven't had a new pair in a while and I wanted to get a pair. She was at the mall. That was huge for me, you know, back in those days, a brand new pair of Nike Airs, you know, Air Force Ones that a girl got for me. I loved how we could always engage in conversation. You know, what Carrie said was important to me. I wanted to hear what she had to say. I didn't mind engaging her for conversation. She was smart, intelligent, never said anything stupid. She didn't act like some young girl, some dumb girl. She was very intelligent. She's already graduated college. She was working with her degree at that time. And, you know, things were going good. So, how do we end up moving in together? Well, Carrie finally decided she didn't want to sit at a desk. She wanted to go back to nursing school. Surprise, surprise. You know, someone who's already a helper, always taking care of her family and nieces and nephews and children and, you know, her grandparents, her mother. You know, I knew that was what she wanted. And she said when she paid her car off, she was going to find a place of her own. If I wanted to come with her, that'd be cool. If I didn't, she'd get a place by her own. I was scared. And I was like, I can't leave all my music equipment and this, that, and the third. I had all these excuses, but overnight, this voice just kept telling me, look around you, you know, look at your life right now. It's time to move out with this girl, start planning our life. And I told everybody I was moving out. Carrie didn't even know yet that I wanted to go with her, and when she came over next, everybody was like, oh, you guys are moving? Yeah, congratulations. And she was like, what? Okay. So I changed my mind. I was scared at first, but I knew this is what I had to do, and we moved in together. How long did we live together? So we lived together we dated for a year, we moved out, we lived together for a year. At that time, I knew I wanted to marry her. I went and I asked her mother, her grandfather, both her aunts, her grandmother, all on one day. I brought them Arby's, and I asked them, you know, could I have Carrie's hand in marriage? Out of respect for her father, I made sure to ask, you know, everybody in the family. They said yes. Everybody was happy. I was happy. We got engaged, and we were engaged for 3 years. Why? She went to school and she worked hard. You know, it was tough sometimes. Sometimes, you know, the business wasn't that good with tips and making money. Where I might have to put up more, or she might have to put up more. We kind of just whoever had it kind of thing. That's how it's always been. We've always thought of it as each other, as a team. We did whatever we had to do together to get things done. We always worked together. We were becoming a really strong foundation for the future, for marriage, for a family, So I wasn't scared. I was excited. We had plans. Nursing school, graduate, plan the wedding, get married, wait a year, have kids. We did exactly that. And, that was that. It's time to have kids. The most important thing out of our relationship, I would say, is, we helped each other move on from past relationships. We showed each other there was someone out there for us. We fell in love. She helped me be a better person.
Majestic.
She helped me think more about the people around me. It helped fill this emptiness inside, having Carrie. She had my back. I never had to worry, be paranoid. I trust her 100%. I've always trusted her, So I think she made me love myself more by loving her. That was important. That's good. Gotta love yourself first.
This is majestic.
So probably the worst parts in all that time, and worst things that ever happened to me, I would say anytime we were arguing was a bad time. Anytime I got drunk and acted like an asshole was a bad time. I didn't like any of those things. I've always wanted to take those back. But worst time was, I had a rough couple years with jobs, which was kind of tough for me because I've always been able to try to help take care of us. I never had issues with credit. I had a line of credit where, when she was in school and we lived together, there was a couple times I had to make things happen. Just come up with $1,200 to get through Christmas, to pay the rent, whatever I could do. I would finance it if I had to, which I did. I financed those things. And then, I financed the engagement ring. So, the toughest times was when I had some ADHD medicine that made me crazy. Things I've never felt before. Paranoia, super strange. Thinking people were following me. The list goes on. And what did Carrie do? She stood beside me. She stood by my side. She knew that she had to do something. She filed an emergency petition to give me a scene where right away they took me off the medicine. And, I slept for days. I was in the hospital. They 5-year-old boy with my name. Always wanted that. We have a beautiful daughter, Dorothea Ray Becker. She's named after Carrie's grandmother, my grandmother too, I would say. I always loved Gran and Pop. So it's been really busy, to make time for each other, to continue to be those people we were. For me, the stress of maxing out all my credit lines with our wedding and everything, where, any kind of credit I had, I kind of used when we got married. So after the kids came and I took a couple hits with jobs, it was harder for me because when I took them hits, I didn't have those lines of credit anymore. I used them on my wedding, our wedding, $3,000 on a credit card for the wedding, $6,000 personal loan for the wedding. Anytime we came in a jam anymore, I didn't have any way to help us, any way for us to get out of it. Carrie is working hard, helping raise the kids. We were struggling a couple times here and there, and it was tough. If I could change some things, what would they be? Well, if I could change some things, I would change not letting tough times, money, struggles affect us, our relationship, Carrie and Rick, because you take away some of the bills and you take the money out of the situation and all the stress that comes with that, and the false hope of where you think you're going to be after you have kids and why you're not here and there and everywhere. You take all those things away and just put the family together. You put Carrie, Ricky, Dory, Mom, put us all together, and you take all those other things away, the finances, the stress of finances, and we all are super loving. My mother-in-law is a mom's mom. My wife is a mom's mom. She's a wife's wife. I love her so much. If I could change anything, it would be changing things that aren't things that'll always affect us, but doesn't make us who we are. The struggles made us who we were. Growing up in Hamilton broke made us who we were. Knowing when we went to the store we weren't getting anything extra because we had a budget growing up. That made us who we were. The tough times, going without, starting jobs young and working for yourself. Me and Carrie both started that way, where we were so used to knowing to survive, we had to make it happen on our own. And that's what we've always done, and we were so used to that. And when we got with each other, we did it together. If I could change anything, I would take away any fight and any argument that was over finances, over money, struggle, over bills. Either me spending too much, not making enough, her and not making enough. I might have bought something stupid. At the end of the day, it's a piece of paper. It's $1. But at the end of the day, me and Carrie, her husband and wife, take that $1 away, leave us in the room, and what do you have? You still have 2 friends. You still have husband and wife. You still have a mother and a father. You still have lots of love in that room. You have 2 caring people that both struggle. You still have 2 people with big families, a lot of support. You know, you have two artists. Carrie artistically, me musically, and anything else you would call art, I guess. You know, if you take away that, there's a lot left. And we both learned. We're both still learning. We're both still teaching each other. You know, and every time we hit a rough patch, we've kind of got over them, but we're still working to get over them. If I could let Carrie know what to expect from me in the years to come, I would say to expect a husband that loves her, expect a father that loves his children, expect a son-in-law that loves his mother-in-law, expect a husband that loves his family, expect a husband that wants to make his wife feel good, help more. So my wife isn't juggling everything, so Carrie isn't juggling everything. I would say to expect us to get more in rhythm, you know, as time goes on and the kids get older. Expect us to find more time, you know, make time for each other. Expect more good times, more pictures, more smiles, more laughs as we move forward. Continue to love each other and dive in 100%, leaning on each other and knowing that all our struggles, whether it be arguments, finances, you know, our mental state, etc., have all been tested. They're all tests. They are. You know, how far will we go to support each other? You know, where's the end to end? Will we end? Or are we going to honor our vows? So, we know that. We're doing it. We're getting through all the humps and bumps. You know, we're getting prepared for bigger things. That's what I feel like. That's why we have this struggle. We're getting ready for the big picture. All the things we want. We already have a lot of things that we want. We do have a husband and wife that love each other. You have a husband and wife that love their children. You have a husband and wife that love their family. They love their careers. They love to be able to take care of each other. They love to be there for each other. You know, what we have is a special kind of love. It's a love you don't find every day. It's a love without end. Amen.
So many times you reached out to me, but I turned my back 'cause I didn't think you had what I need. But now you're everything. You're everything to me, and I can't be without you, God. You're everything, and I want to say thank you. I was lost and you found me. I was dead inside and you breathed into me, and you brought these bones to life. I want to say thank you. Thank you for saving me. Thank you for loving me unconditionally, God. You stood with open arms, but I ran away 'cause I was scared of the pain that came with trust. But I came running back into your embrace because I knew you'd still